Hi everybody! Right, this is our very last stop in Dumfries before we head south. We have stopped on the A75, a very busy A75 road. Mazzy is inside the motorhome, I'm outside the motorhome, because it helps with sound, you see, because it's a bit windy and it might sound better on the phone. Anyway, it is said to have more reports of supernatural activity than any other road in the whole of Scotland. There have been screaming hags, eyeless phantoms and unearthly creatures witnessed on this very road. Show them the road. So let me tell you a couple of the stories. So Derek and Norman Ferguson, two brothers, were driving along here in 1962. Driving along, and all of a sudden a hen, of all things, a hen came and smashed into the windscreen, and just as it hit the windscreen, it disappeared. And straight after that, what followed was an old hag, like an old hag woman, and she was coming up to the car and going, "Wah!" with her arms going like that. "I'm a hag, I'm a ghostly hag." And she was doing that. I'm not making it up, this is what it says on my notes. The old hag, that wasn't the end of it, then it was an old screaming man. A screaming man with long hair. Ah! And then further animals, including great cats, not rubbish cats, great cats, wild dogs, goats, more hens, and fowl and stranger creatures, and they all disappeared. Anyway, after they'd all disappeared, they decided they better stop. So they stopped the car, and as they slowed down, the temperature got really cold, and they came to a standstill, and the car just started shaking violently from side to side. Did you just try and do a special effect? So Derek got out of the moving, shaking car, and as soon as he got out, it all stopped. It stopped. So he took a deep breath, got back in the car, and then one last thing happened. A furniture van came towards them. A furniture van of all things, a furniture van came along, and then it just disappeared. A phantom furniture van. Have you ever heard such a thing? That's just one story of hundreds on this road of ghouls and ghosts and weird crap. In 1957 there was a truck driver coming along here, just like this one here. It might have been him. I can tell you now it wasn't him, because that truck driver in 1957, he collided with what he said was a couple walking arm in arm. He collided with them, so he stopped his lorry, he went back for them, there was nobody there. He's not the only person to see this couple arm in arm. Apparently loads of people have, and sometimes dressed. It says sometimes dressed in Victorian clothing. I'd like to know what they wear on the other occasions. You know, do these ghosts change clothes? I've never heard of changing clothes. Ghosts what change clothes, have you? No. But they do. Here's one for you. Garston, that's someone's first name, bit weird. Garston and Monica Miller, 1995, so more recent now. They were coming along here in a car. And coming towards them was a man dressed in a Hessian sack. It'll look like a potato or something. It'll looked a bit weird. And he was coming towards them and he had a rag in his hand. Can you imagine that? Someone in a sack and you're driving along and someone with a rag in their hand coming towards you like that, an old man.
That'd be freaky.
I wouldn't be freaked out. First thing I'd be saying is, what the bloody hell is that man doing? Wouldn't you? Apparently they couldn't stop in time and they hit this man in a sack. And again, they turned around and looked for him to try and help him in his sack with his rag. And he wasn't there, he'd disappeared. But they really believed it happened so much that they actually went to Annan police station and reported it. Other spirits said to haunt this road include a screaming old woman, an elderly lady in Victorian clothing, and an eyeless... I had to open my eyes then to read the rest of it. An eyeless, screaming old man. There's a local dude who has a snack van, or he used to have a snack van on here, and he said There wasn't a week went by where someone used to come up to his van and tell him about weird things what had happened whilst they were driving to his van for a cup of coffee and a sausage sandwich. And one of the most common things to be seen, apparently, was some bedraggled, I don't know what a bedraggled is, bedraggled people pulling handcarts or carrying bundles like some kind of medieval camp followers. One man was so shocked, some lorry driver, so shocked that he quit lorry driving. He says, I'm never ever going on that road, I'm never driving a lorry again, that's it, I'm done, I'm retired. So these stories have gone on for 50 years or more, and they just keep continuing. Even today in 2018 there's still reports of ghosts and weird people standing at the side of the road going like this. I can guarantee half of these cars coming past will be accusing me of being a ghost doing stuff. And in most recent times, an elderly man in Scottish tweeds has been seen sat in the bus shelter at Kinmount bus shelter. Do you believe it? It's up to you. If you believe in ghosts, then I'm sure you will. Personally, I'll give it a 1 out of 10. I think it's a load of absolute... I don't believe it. I just do not believe them stories. Hens and old hags and eyeless men and medieval. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm getting out of Dumfries. It's full of nutters. See you at the next out of Dumfries. Goodbye.